This just in, President Trump posting on Truth Social, threatening to send ICE agents to U.S. airports if Democrats don't fund DHS. Marcus Espinoza, live from Newark Airport, who is watching it, all those long lines going off and on all day. How are things looking right now? Are people hearing about ICE agents possibly showing up at airports, Marcus?
Hey, Laura, yeah, we're hearing some murmurs there, but let's play this out. Let's visualize this, okay? Because behind me, we have a pretty decent line here at Terminal A. This is kind of ebbing and flowing throughout the day at Newark Liberty International Airport. Now picture ICE agents there, them doing security as the president claimed in that Truth Social post. Let's go ahead and bring that up as well there. Just a remarkable statement to make by the president here. Just a salvo from his side, almost calling the bluff of Democrats when he put this out, saying if the radical left Democrats don't immediately sign an agreement to let our country, in particular our airports, be free and safe again, I will move our brilliant and patriotic ICE agents to the airports where they will do security like no one has ever seen before. A remarkable statement and a remarkable update on the battle right now to fund DHS and get these TSA workers paid. So we had that developing moments ago, and then earlier this morning, Elon Musk chimed in on the matter. He posted to X that he wants to pay the salaries of TSA workers that have been without pay for over a month due to the partial government shutdown. It's still unclear if he's even allowed to do this or how it might work, but Musk has presented a solution to a problem that is set to likely only get worse. Here's what folks had to think about it.
I think that's ridiculous, and it's not going to happen.
I think
it's a lot of talk, which is pretty much his MO.
Good sentiment, but
not really helpful in the long run.
you don't think it's realistic?
No, very unrealistic.
But here's the issue that we're dealing with. An average of almost 10% of TSA workers are calling out in airports nationwide because they're missing their paycheck. In airports like Houston and ATL, that number is even higher, with a third of the workers calling out. Those call-outs happening because of this shutdown. They're not getting paid. It's been happening for more than a month now. Staffing issues, that's leading to longer lines and more strain at our nation's airport during this spring break rush. We talked to some passengers this morning coming through Newark to see their thoughts and reactions on the problems it's creating.
I think what they're going through is terrible. I think it's ridiculous that they haven't got paid, and the people in Congress just need to do something to get this right.
So Laura, let's recap this, right? We have frenemy of President Donald J. Trump chiming in early this morning, offering to pay the salaries of TSA personnel. And then we have the president himself posting on Truth Social that he's going to put TSA agents at security here. What a sight that would be. And then you got to think about the counter protesters that would no doubt show up. They wouldn't be allowed inside terminals, but they would certainly be outside. It would create, I think chaos would be a strong word, but we saw what happened in Minnesota.
Sure.
And so I can't stress how remarkable that was to read and to find out this morning. And we'll see if it's actually anything close to reality, if the president can even do that. But I just think it was just remarkable to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah, a stunning post for sure. Marcus Espinoza at Newark, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.